When you have a guy going on the mound, you give him an early lead, he's got to do better. What did you see out of Wilson tonight?
Well, I'm sure he didn't want to do what he did, which, he get a 3-run lead. He walks Loney, and then, he makes a fastball, as Rick Dempsey said, down the middle. Beckham, who, is a great batting practice hitter. They were kidding with him because he was belting balls all the way up into the seats. And, Rene Rivera said, hey, you're a great, 545 hitter. He said, well, check out what I do at 7:45, 2-run home run. They get back in the game. Then you go to the 6th inning. He makes some good pitches to get out of trouble. But then you go to the 6th inning. He gets the runners at 2nd and 3rd. They walked, and I said at the time, not a good idea. Extra run on the base. Grady Sizemore gets a perfect pitch to hit, double up the gap, and you get a big inning. And, he's not an overpowering guy. I think I should invoke what Buck Showalter said. Hitters tell us the tale. The hitters told us the tale tonight. Wilson cannot, because he's not an overpowering guy. He's got to make good pitches. He threw some real good pitches with good movement, but just enough for them to take advantage of it.
Jimmy, tonight, the Orioles with the home runs, they got them from guys that haven't been, the long ball forward. J.J. Hardy with a 3-run shot, and Steve Pearce with a couple of actually 3 RBIs in his home runs. But the whole top half of the order, no production out of them tonight at all.
Well, Smiley's tough. He shut him out in Baltimore, for 7 innings. He's coming off a game where he struck out 11 in 6 innings against one of the best hitting teams in baseball, and that's the Red Sox. So I think, the fact that he hit a guy, he walked a guy, and then he made a mistake to J.J. Hardy. J.J.'s playing hurt. He hadn't hit a home run since the end of July. So they took advantage of that. They gave him the early lead. For some reason, Kevin Cash, former catcher, he's going a long way with Colomé last night, Smalley tonight. He ends up getting behind Pearce. What does Pearce do? He hits his now 3rd home run, eventually 4th home run against the Rays. So the Orioles had their chance. This is the team that came in, talking about the Rays. They were 2 for their last 30 with runners in scoring position. That's because the other teams were making good pitches. The Orioles couldn't do that tonight.
And, Jim, with the O's bullpen, Chaz Rowe gave up a couple of runs, which was unfortunate. Turned out to be the difference in the game in an 8-6 final. But what a job Michael Givens did and continues to do. He shut the door and gave the O's a chance to get back in it.
Well, he's home. I think he must like home cooking, even though he's playing in a away ballpark. He's from Tampa. I'll tell you what, he's got outstanding stuff. I think he's got great aptitude to learn. They've done a nice job in the bullpen. Dom Chidi, Dave Wallace, telling him, hey, you're coming in. You got to go to your number one stuff. We saw a game in Texas where the Orioles got swept, where he came in, didn't throw him his best fastball. Maybe that's just inexperience, but he's got great stuff. He made great pitches. He actually gave them a chance to win by getting out of trouble. And again, it looks like he might be a dominated right-hander, and even the ability to get lefties out because of the movement on his fastball, the velocity on his fastball, and the ability to locate well. So he's one of those guys you want to put up on the list to be in the Oriole bullpen in 2016.
All right, post-game comments from Jim Palmer joining us from Tropicana Field as the Rays win it by the final of 8-6.